First question was, when did you start playing music?
I started playing music a little later than I should have, but
you're doing amazing.
well, thank you. In college, really, is when I started playing, and then actually playing guitar and singing, doing songwriting stuff when I moved to LA. So, about 10 years ago.
Good. And what inspires you in your music?
Well, who?
Yeah, if I'm doing it right, everything. You know, I mean, initially when I first started writing music, it was mostly about personal interactions, you know, people that I know, things that I've gone through. And as I grow as an artist, I try to get inspiration from other aspects of life and not just personal. Like I want to listen to Sebastian and see what's going on with him and have that inspire me and write something. So it doesn't always have to be about my experience.
Okay.
Trying.
We had another one. If you could play in Supernatural, what character would you like to be?
It's a good question. Obviously, if I'm writing it, then I'm going to be the long-lost cousin of the Winchesters that comes in with a really big gun and saves the day. Realistically, I'm probably cop number 5 that gets eaten by a chupacabra in the first 5 minutes.
You'll be a good dying guy. When will your new album be released?
That is such a good question.
Don't know.
I don't know. When I get home, I will finish. So I'm about 70% done with it. But now is the time when I have to be really picky. So we're done with most of the instruments, a lot of the vocals, and now it's kind of just the tweaking, nitpicky stuff that can take a month or 3 months, I'm not sure. But hopefully soon.
That's good. How did you end up coming to Supernatural conventions?
Well, I was actually around when the very first one came, at least the first one I'd heard of, which was, I think it was Asylum. It was in England. It was in 2007, I think. And Jensen was telling me about it, and we have a mutual friend, Christian Kane, who plays music at conventions like this for a different show, and he had invited me to open up for him at a place in LA. And so when Jensen told me that he was coming over here for this Supernatural convention, I was like, you know, Kane plays music at those things, so if they want music, let them know that I'll come play a show. I mean, just as a musician. So then they hired me to come play, and the rest was history.
How do you feel about the fact that the fans adopted you so quickly? You're like a member
I
of the
love
cast.
them. Yeah, that's about as simple as answer as I can get. I really, there's no better place to play than on stage in front of Supernatural fans, because they're just really, really good fans. You know, they're totally into it, and they love it, and so I love them.
Okay, we wanted to know what was up with the Kickstarter video. Is there really any...
What was it?
What was up? I mean, how did you think about that? Playing violin, underwear, and...
You know, it was, I had, it's,
Did you take something
the
before?
character that I was playing in that obviously was myself, and it's pretty similar to myself in the sense that I'm kind of goofy and I do things wrong a lot. So I had the idea to make a video where everything goes wrong, and then my buddy, actually Alex Lehman, who you've worked with before, as a DP, I think, he worked the camera for me, and Jensen obviously was there to kind of help direct, and we were just shooting ideas off of each other, and we were just messing around, and kind of kept building and building. Oh, what about this? What about this? Give you a violin? Actually, I do. You know.
That's good.
It was fun. It was a very fun afternoon.
It was fun watching it. Where would you dream to perform?
You mean besides a Supernatural convention?
Yeah.
don't know. You know, I was talking to Mark Shepard, and he was in a band, and they opened for U2 in front of, like, I don't know, 100,000 people or 50,000 people or whatever it was, something crazy. And I think the biggest crowd I've ever played for was about maybe 5,000. And it's just such a different rush. You know, there's so much adrenaline, and I mean, it's just crazy. So I mean, to play for something like 50,000 or 100,000 people, I feel like it would just be an experience that you wouldn't really get over. You know, so I would love to see what that feels like.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.